The chaos within. Why peace is missing from your life. Let's start by being honest. How many of us feel like we're constantly being pulled in 1,000 directions? You wake up with a list of responsibilities already shouting in your head. Your phone lights up with notifications before your feet even hit the floor. You rush through your morning, already behind, already overwhelmed. And even in moments of stillness, your mind won't shut off. Sound familiar? That's the chaos we live in. But here's the deeper truth. This chaos isn't just around us, it's within us. We've normalized the noise. We've accepted that overthinking, stress, and burnout are just a part of life. But they're not. They're signs, warnings, red flags. Your soul is crying out for peace, but you're too busy to even notice. Now ask yourself, when was the last time you felt truly at peace? Not distracted, not entertained, not numbed, just deeply at peace with yourself and your life. Most people can't even remember, and that's because we've been conditioned to chase everything but peace, success, validation, status, likes, wealth. We keep moving, keep grinding, keep performing, but inside, we're exhausted. That's where the miracle begins. Not outside, but inside. The miracle is not some mystical event or a thunderbolt from the sky. The miracle is what happens when you slow down enough to hear your inner voice again, when you learn to sit with yourself without judgment, when you breathe deeply and realize you've been holding your breath for years. This is not about escaping life. It's about realigning with it. Real peace isn't found in a quiet room. It's found in a quiet mind. And the truth is, peace isn't missing from your life. You just haven't made space for it. But starting today, that changes. You're about to begin a 7-day journey, a powerful, simple plan that will reset your mind, calm your heart, and reconnect you with your spirit. This is not a challenge, it's an invitation. For the next 7 days, you will not seek peace outside yourself. You will awaken it from within. No matter how overwhelmed you feel right now, no matter how long it's been since you felt centered, no matter how broken, scattered, or tired you feel, there is a path back. And it starts with a decision. So if you're ready, truly ready, to trade anxiety for alignment, exhaustion for clarity, and chaos for calm, then commit to these next 7 days with your whole heart. Because this isn't just a plan, it's a path to peace. It's the beginning of your miracle. And trust me, peace is not only possible for you, it's your birthright. Day 1, cleanse the mind through stillness. Day 1 is about one thing, stillness. And I'm not talking about sitting still on the outside while your mind races with 1,000 thoughts. I'm talking about a full mental cleanse, a moment of silence so powerful it begins to wash away years of stress, tension, and inner noise. Here's the truth. Most of us don't realize how overstimulated we've become. From the moment we wake up, we're bombarded with input. Social media, news headlines, text messages, email notifications, music, ads, conversations. Your mind never gets a moment to breathe. You go to sleep with your phone in your hand and wake up to a screen in your face. You never disconnect. And if you don't disconnect, you never reconnect with yourself. That's why day 1 is all about creating sacred silence. You don't need fancy rituals. You don't need to light incense or sit cross-legged. All you need is 10 minutes of intentional stillness. That's it. 10 minutes where you sit with your spine straight, eyes closed, and simply breathe. No music, no phone, no scrolling, just you, your breath, and the present moment. In those first few minutes, your mind will resist. It will want to run. It will throw thoughts at you, what you have to do, what you forgot, what you fear. But don't fight your mind. Just observe. Let the thoughts pass like clouds. You are not your thoughts. You are the one watching the thoughts. Breathe deeply. Inhale through the nose. Hold. Exhale slowly. Let your shoulders drop. Let your jaw unclench. Let your spirit rest. This is the beginning of your healing. You are giving yourself a gift the world rarely offers: silence. A space where no one is demanding, pulling, rushing, or distracting. A space where you remember you are not your stress, your job, your relationships, or your worries. You are a soul, and your soul was born in peace. The miracle begins when you learn to return to that peace, not once a year, not once in a crisis, but every single day. So today, no matter what's happening around you, create that 10-minute window. Find a quiet corner, sit, breathe, feel. This is not wasted time. This is sacred time. Time that tells your nervous system, you're safe. Time that reminds your spirit, you are home. Stillness is not the absence of movement. It is the presence of awareness. And day one is about awakening that awareness. Start here. Start today. And when you do this, truly do this, you'll feel it. The shift, the softness, the beginning of the miracle. And you'll know, peace is closer than you think. Day 2, detox the heart with forgiveness. If day 1 was about stillness, day 2 is about release, emotional release, heart detox. And nothing clears your inner space faster than forgiveness. Let's be honest. You can't find peace if you're carrying resentment like luggage. You can't reach the next level of your life while dragging the pain of betrayal, disappointment, and old wounds behind you. That weight doesn't just slow you down, it buries your spirit. So today, I want you to ask yourself, who do I need to forgive to free myself? It could be someone from years ago, a parent who failed you, a friend who lied to you, a partner who hurt you, or maybe it's not someone else. Maybe it's you. Maybe you've been punishing yourself for mistakes, choices, or moments you regret. Maybe you've been silently carrying shame for something no one else even knows about. But here's the truth. Forgiveness is not approval. It's not forgetting. It's not saying what they did or what you did was okay. Forgiveness is freedom. It is choosing peace over poison. And peace begins when you stop trying to rewrite the past and start reclaiming your power in the present. So here's the exercise for day 2. Sit quietly, just like you did on day 1. Bring one person or one situation to mind. Feel the emotions. Don't run from them. Breathe into them. Then say these words out loud or in your heart. I forgive you. Not because you deserve it, but because I deserve peace. Say it again if you need to. Whisper it, cry it, shout it, let the tears come if they must. Because this isn't weakness, this is healing. Forgiveness isn't a one-time event, it's a process. But every time you choose it, you lighten your load. Every time you release blame, guilt, or anger, you reclaim your energy. And when you forgive, you stop letting pain from the past rob you of joy in the present. Don't wait for an apology that may never come. Don't wait for them to understand your hurt. Peace doesn't depend on them. It begins with you. And yes, forgiving yourself is just as important. Remind yourself, you're allowed to grow beyond your worst moments. You're allowed to learn, to evolve, to rise. You're not the person you were when you made those mistakes. You're becoming someone wiser, stronger, softer, someone who chooses grace over grudge. Day 2 is about opening space in your heart, because a peaceful mind cannot grow in a bitter soul. Clear the bitterness. Let it go, not for their sake, for yours, because every act of forgiveness is a step closer to your miracle. Day 3, declutter your environment to declutter your mind. By day 3, something begins to shift inside you. You've slowed down your thoughts. You've unburdened your heart through forgiveness. Now it's time to look around, literally, because your external world often mirrors your internal state. If your surroundings are chaotic, chances are your mind feels the same. So today's focus is decluttering your environment, not just to create a clean space, but to create a sacred space, a space that supports your peace instead of sabotaging it. Start small. Look at the space where you wake up and go to sleep. What's on your nightstand? What's the first thing you see when you open your eyes in the morning? Are you waking up to peace or to clutter, noise, and confusion? Pick one area of your home today, just one. It could be your desk, your closet, your kitchen counter, your phone screen. Clear it out. Get rid of things you don't use, don't love, or don't need anymore. Wipe it clean. Let that space breathe again. This isn't just about tidiness, it's about energy. Every object in your space holds a presence. Some things inspire peace, others drain it. Clutter creates mental noise, whether you realize it or not. The pile of unopened mail, the clothes you haven't worn in years, The things you hold on to just in case. All of them carry weight, and most of it is unnecessary. And don't stop at physical space. Think about your digital clutter. How many apps on your phone do you actually use? How many notifications rob your attention? How many open tabs are draining your focus? Unsubscribe from things that no longer serve you. Delete the apps that pull you into mindless scrolling. Turn off notifications that hijack your peace. Remember, your peace is sacred. Protect it like it's your most valuable possession, because it is. Now I want you to go one step deeper as you clear your peace. Physical environment. Reflect on the emotional weight tied to certain things. That gift from a person who's no longer in your life. That dress that reminds you of the woman you used to be. That drawer full of what ifs. Let them go. Create space, not just for peace, but for possibility. Because when you clear what no longer aligns, you make room for what does. Let this act of decluttering become a metaphor for your inner life. Let every discarded object be a symbol of something you're releasing. Guilt, comparison, anxiety, or old beliefs that no longer fit who you're becoming. By the end of day 3, you'll look around your space and feel different, lighter, clearer, more grounded. And when you do, don't be surprised if you also begin to think clearer, sleep deeper, and breathe easier. Because the truth is simple, you can't live a peaceful life in a chaotic environment. So today, clear space, clear energy, and let peace move in. Day 4. Speak peace into your life through your words. By day 4, the atmosphere around you has started to shift. You've calmed your thoughts. You've released emotional burdens. You've created physical space for peace to dwell. Now, it's time to turn inward once again, this time to your words. Because the words you speak are not just sounds, they are seeds. Your words have the power to either poison your peace or plant it. Many people walk through life speaking words that sabotage their own soul. They say things like, "I'm always overwhelmed. Nothing ever works out for me. People always disappoint me." And then they wonder why peace feels so far away. But here's the truth. Your life will always follow the direction of your words. So today, on day 4, you're going to consciously speak peace into your life. Start with affirmations. Say them out loud. Not quietly, not passively. Say them with your full presence. Look yourself in the mirror if you have to. Let your words become commands to your subconscious. Say, "I am calm, I am centered, I am safe in who I am. I trust the timing of my life. I am not chasing peace, I am peace. Every situation is working in my favor. I don't need to control everything to feel peace. I let go and allow." And here's the powerful part. Don't just speak peace when everything is calm. Speak it especially when things are chaotic. Speak peace into your finances, even when your bank account is low. Speak peace into your relationships, even when they feel strained. Speak peace into your body, even when it's aching or tired. Because when you speak life, you create life. There's an old saying that says, "Let the weak say, I am strong." Why? Because your mouth is the doorway to your reality. What you declare begins to shift what you experience. So today, monitor your self-talk. Pay close attention to the words you say no. It's just to others, but to yourself. Are they words of fear or words of faith? Are they drenched in doubt or wrapped in hope? If you catch yourself saying something negative, pause and reframe. Instead of, "I can't handle this," say, "I'm learning to navigate this with grace." Instead of, "I'm so stressed," say, "I'm becoming stronger every day." Train your mouth to speak what you want, not what you fear. Throughout the day, whisper peace to yourself. When you walk into a room, say quietly, "Peace is here." When your thoughts race, say, "I am anchored, I am safe." When you feel overwhelmed, take a breath and say, "I choose peace." And tonight, before you sleep, speak this. "My soul rests in calm waters. My mind is still. Peace surrounds me, and peace lives in me." On day 4, you don't wait for peace. You declare it. You don't chase calm. You create it with your voice. Speak peace and watch your world start to echo it back. Day 5. Protect your peace from distractions and drains. You've spoken peace into your life. You've created stillness within and around you. Now comes a critical step in this journey. Protecting your peace from the people habits, and distractions that try to steal it. Let's be honest, peace isn't just about what you invite in, it's also about what you refuse to allow in. Because peace isn't passive. It's not just sitting in a quiet room hoping to feel calm. Peace is a boundary, a decision, a discipline. And on day 5, you must decide to guard your peace like it's your greatest treasure, because it is. Start by identifying the distractions and drains in your life. Who or what consistently pulls you into chaos? Maybe it's the friend who always brings drama. Maybe it's the news headlines that fill you with fear. Maybe it's that scrolling habit that leaves you feeling empty, not energized. Make a list, get clear, because awareness is power. Then, take action. Set limits, silence notifications, create physical space between you and people who bring noise. Say no without guilt. Unfollow accounts that disturb your spirit. You don't have to explain yourself. You don't need to be rude, but you must be clear. Peace cannot live in places where boundaries are violated. One powerful mantra for today is, not everything deserves my energy. Repeat it when you feel tempted to argue. Repeat it when your peace is about to be hijacked by someone else's negativity. Remind yourself that your energy is sacred. It's not for everyone, and it's not for everything. Also, on this day, be mindful of what you consume. Peace is not just what you do or don't do. It's also what you feed your mind. If you spend the day consuming conflict, criticism, and chaos, don't be surprised when that becomes your inner reality. Instead, choose to feed yourself with inspiration, wisdom, beauty, and stillness. It's something that uplifts you. Listen to calming music. Watch something that fills you with light. These are not luxuries. These are tools to protect your energy. Today is also about practicing disciplined silence. You don't have to respond to every message. You don't have to defend yourself against every criticism. You don't have to explain your healing journey to those who don't understand it. Your peace doesn't need permission to exist. So choose your battles wisely. Most of them are not worth fighting. Choose your conversations carefully. Most of them are distractions. And choose your priorities with intention, because peace is often found not in doing more, but in doing less of what drains you. Let today be the day you stop leaking your peace. Let today be the day you learn to say, I don't engage with chaos. I don't negotiate with stress. I don't argue with noise. On day 5, become a gatekeeper for your soul. Because a peaceful life is not just built, it's protected. Day 6, forgive, release, and make space for peace. If there's one thing that blocks peace more than anything else, it's the burden of what you refuse to release. That silent storm inside you, bitterness, pain, anger, disappointment, is not just emotional clutter, it's a spiritual barrier. And on day 6, you are going to let it go. Not because what happened didn't matter, but because your peace matters more. Today is about forgiveness, not necessarily for others, but for you. You are not forgiving people to approve of their behavior. You are not releasing pain to pretend it didn't happen. You are releasing it because you deserve to be free. You cannot invite peace into a room filled with resentment. Think of your heart like a cup. If it's full of anger, frustration, or regret, how can peace pour in? Peace doesn't compete for space. It waits for an invitation, and that invitation begins with you choosing to say, I'm done carrying this. Forgive yourself first for not knowing better, for staying too long, for reacting instead of responding, for breaking your own heart while trying to love others. Breathe deeply and tell yourself, I release the version of me who didn't know what I know now. That's not weakness, that's wisdom. Now think of someone who hurt you. Maybe they never apologized. Maybe they don't even care. But still, that wound remains. It's not your job to fix them. It's your job to free yourself. Speak it out loud or write it down. I forgive you. I release you. You no longer have power over my peace. And if it hurts, that's okay. Forgiveness is not a one-time event. It's a process. But you start that process today, because peace can't coexist with bitterness. You don't need justice to move on. You just need clarity. Clarity that peace is more valuable than being right. Releasing also means letting go of what didn't work out. That job, that relationship, tough. had dreamed that fell apart. Carrying disappointment day after day only keeps you stuck in yesterday. Peace lives in this moment. And this moment is waiting for you to step out of the past and say, I trust what's ahead of me more than I fear what's behind me. So on day 6, clean the inner house, burn the emotional clutter, cry if you must, journal it out, pray it out, dance it out, sit in stillness and whisper the words, I'm ready to be free. Because here's the miracle. When you release pain, life releases peace. When you surrender anger, joy finds you again. When you let go of control, flow takes over. Forgiveness is a gift you give yourself, and it's the bridge that leads straight to your miracle. Let this be the day you walk across that bridge, with grace, with intention, with peace, rising like the sun in your soul. Day 7, embrace silence, invite stillness, and become aligned with peace. Day 7 is the day of completion. It's not about doing more, it's about being. This is the day when everything you've practiced, presence, gratitude, breathwork, detachment, forgiveness, comes together into one sacred space, stillness. This final day of your 7-day journey is where the miracle begins to show itself, not in the form of thunder or dramatic signs, but in quiet peace. The kind of peace that doesn't need to prove itself. The kind of peace that just is. Silence is no longer empty, it's now filled with meaning. Stillness is no longer boring, it's now overflowing with awareness. You are no longer chasing peace because now you've become one with it. Today, take intentional time to unplug from the noise. Turn off your phone, step away from social media. Let the world go on without you for a few hours. You don't need to be anywhere. You don't need to be anything. You simply need to be. Find a quiet space. Sit down. Close your eyes. Inhale peace. Exhale stress. And listen. Listen to the wisdom in the silence. Listen to what your soul has been whispering beneath all the noise of life. You might be surprised by what you hear. Stillness isn't the absence of movement. It's the presence of alignment. You've spent 6 days decluttering your soul, making space, forgiving, breathing, and disconnecting from toxic patterns. Now it's time to dwell in what you've created, a sanctuary within yourself. The miracle of peace is that it doesn't require everything around you to be calm. It simply requires that you remain centered no matter what happens around you. You might hear chaos in the world, but your spirit is steady. You might face uncertainty, but your mind is clear. You might still have unanswered questions, but you trust the unfolding. That is the essence of peace. Not perfection, but presence. Not control, but trust. Write this down today and repeat it. I am at peace. I am enough. I am aligned with the flow of life. I trust that what belongs to me will find me. This affirmation isn't just words, it's a vibration. When you speak it, you align your entire energy with it, and that energy becomes a magnet for the very miracles you seek. On day 7, do something symbolic. Light a candle, take a slow walk, watch the sunrise or sunset, journal what this journey has taught you. Make a commitment to return to this state of peace regularly, not just when things go wrong, but as a daily choice. Because here's the truth, peace is not a destination, it's a practice. You've done the work, you've planted the seeds, now let peace bloom, effortlessly and gracefully, within you. You are not who you were 7 days ago. You've made space, you've remembered your power, you've touched silence and tasted serenity. And now, peace is no longer a miracle you wait for. It's a miracle you've become. Congratulations, you made it. 7 days, 7 steps, 7 layers of transformation. You didn't just listen, you committed. You showed up, not for the world, but for yourself. And that decision alone was a divine act of self-love. You see, peace was never something you had to chase. It was never locked away in some far-off place or held hostage by your circumstances. Peace was always right here, inside of you, waiting, whispering, hoping you'd slow down long enough to finally hear it. This 7-day plan wasn't magic. It was a mirror a mirror that reflected the truth you've forgotten. You are not your anxiety. You are not your past. You are not your fears, your doubts, or the chaos around you. You are peace. You are presence. You are power in its softest, most sacred form. Now that you've walked through this journey, breathed intentionally, let go of control, practiced gratitude, disconnected from noise, and entered stillness, you've experienced something priceless. You've tasted a miracle that can't be bought, can't be forced, and can't be faked. You've remembered what it feels like to live in alignment with your soul. And here's the best part. This peace isn't temporary. It doesn't expire. It doesn't disappear when life gets loud again. No, this peace is yours. It's a spiritual muscle. And the more you practice, the stronger it becomes. So what now? Now you take this peace into your daily life, into your relationships, into your career, into your decisions, into your quiet mornings and your chaotic nights, and you become the calm in every storm, the light in every dark room, the reminder that it's possible to stay grounded no matter what. You don't have to do this 7-day journey just once. You can return to it again and again. Anytime life feels heavy, confusing, or disconnected, let it be your reset button. Let it be your anchor. Let it be your gift to yourself. And as your peace expands, so will everything else. Your clarity, your energy, your purpose, your connection to others. Because peace isn't passive, it's powerful. It clears the path for blessings. It attracts solutions. It opens doors that stress would have kept closed. So keep going, keep breathing, keep choosing peace, even when it's hard. Because the real miracle isn't just peace of mind. The real miracle is you remembering who you really are. You don't find peace, you become it. The most powerful miracle is a quiet mind and a heart that trusts. Return to this path whenever the world gets too loud. Your peace is only 7 days away. If you feel lost, remember, your soul knows the way. Silence is how you hear it. Repeat this plan again, and next time watch how quickly peace finds you.